This is your study guide for the Unit 3 exam. Remember, on the exam, you should be solving the problems first and then playing this video to make sure that the questions are solved correctly. Each section of the study guide has 3 types of problems: mild, medium, and spicy. Mild and medium problems you should have no difficulty solving on your own. The spicy might be a little bit challenging for you. Classify each of these units as a measurement of length, weight, or volume. An inch would be length, kilogram is weight, liter would be volume. A puppy weighs 6 pounds. Will the number of kilograms he weighs be more than or less than 6? The weight of the puppy will be less than 6 kilograms. Stacy is driving 55 miles per hour. How many kilometers per hour is she driving? Well, to solve this problem, you would take 55, not 44, 55 times 1.6, and that would equal the 88 kilometers per hour. The 1.6 is the number of kilometers within 1 mile. Which of the following are in equivalent ratios? Well, to do this, we take the money divided by the number of hours. 125 divided by 10 is $12.50. 30 divided by 3 is the $10. 100 divided by 8 is $12.50 again, and 37.50 divided by 3 is $12.50. So that means A, C, and D are your matches that all have the same or equivalent ratios because they all equal $12.50. Which is a better deal? 3 cans of soda for $1.75 or 4 cans of soda for $2.25. To solve this problem, we need to first find the unit rate. So you're taking the cost divided by the number of cans. $1.75 divided by 3 is 0.583 with the 3 repeating. When we round this, that would be approximately 58 cents per can. Then we'd have to take the $2.25 divided by 4. This gives us 0.5625. When we round this number, we get approximately 56 cents per can. This means that the $2.25 per can is a better deal because it is a cheaper cost per can. Johnny walks 5 laps in 40 minutes. What are the 2 unit rates for this situation? And what does each unit rate mean? Well, first we can set up as 5 laps in 40 minutes, which means we're doing both numbers divided by 40. But to find out that is 0.125 or 125 thousandths of a lap per 1 minute. This is also equal to 1/8 of a fraction, so 1/8 of a lap per 1 minute. The other one is 40 minutes for 5 laps. For this one, we divide both numbers by 5 to get 8 minutes per 1 lap. And this means that Johnny can walk 1 lap in 8 minutes. The first problem is Dusty drives 100 miles in 2 hours, and you want to determine how far he can drive in 3 hours. Well, first, we need to figure out how much he drives in 1 hour. To do this, you would take 100 divided by 2 to equal 50 miles in 1 hour. We know he's driving 3 hours, so we would take the 50 miles times the 3 hours, and it tells us he is driving 150 miles in the 3 hours. So to solve this, we would multiply 3 by 50. Completing this table so that all data pairs have the same unit rate, which means we first need to find the unit rate. So you're going to take $13.95 divided by 3, and this gives you $4.65 for just 1 pint. The next thing we're going to do then is take this times 5. So $4.65 times 5 tells us that you're going to spend $23.25 for the 5 pints. The last place on the table gives us a price, so we're going to divide the price by the $4.65 per pint to tell us that we are going to be able to buy 33 pints for that dollar amount. Lydia and Abby live 4 miles apart. They leave their houses at noon and start walking toward each other. Lydia walks at a rate of 3.2 miles per hour and Abby walks at a rate of 2.8 miles per hour. What time will it be when Lydia and Abby meet up? Well, to begin with, we need to add their two distances together. When we add their two distances together, every hour they walk, they get 6 miles closer to each other. However, they only need to go 4 miles. So we're going to divide the 4 by the 6 miles they walk in an hour to find out in 2/3 of an hour they will meet up. Well, they said that they're leaving at noon. If they leave at noon, 2/3 of an hour is 40 minutes. So we're going to add that 40 minutes to noon to know that they're going to meet at 12:40 in the afternoon. For this first one, it is what coin is worth 5% of a dollar? Well, a nickel is worth 5% of a dollar because it's 5 cents out of 100, 5%. Then it says if you get 75% on a test, what does that mean? Well, if you get 75% on a test, that means you get 75 out of 100, or 3 out of every 4 questions correct. Remember, percents are always out of 100. What is 30% of 60? 70 is what percentage of 40? And 60 is 80% of what number? Remember, we talked about is means equal, of means multiply in these problems. So 30% times 60 is 18. 18 out of 60 is 30%. 70%. 70 is what percentage of 40? Well, you will take 70 divided by 40 and then times the 100 to get 175%. The last one, 60, is 80% of what number? Well, we're going to take 60 times 100 divided by 80 for 75. Sarah buys a pair of jeans that originally cost $43.50, but she has a coupon for 20% off. Where Cynthia buys a pair of jeans that originally cost $48, but she has a coupon for 25% off. Whose jeans are cheaper and by how much? Well, first we need to find out what 20% off of $43.50 is. So we would take $43.50 times 20%, which is 0.20, and that equals $8.70. Then you're going to take the $43.50 minus the $8.70 she saves, and her jeans are going to cost her $34.80. We need to follow the same process with Cynthia, taking the $48 times 0.25, which is 25%, and that gives us $12. When we subtract 48 minus 12, her jeans are going to cost her $36. When we compare these two prices, Sarah's jeans are $1.20 cheaper when you subtract 36 minus $34.80.